Hello students, so welcome again. I am Professor Dileep Jigyasi from SIRT, the SAGE Group Bhopal. Today I am going to discuss with you about one of the most interesting subject you are going to study in engineering. That subject will be known as engineering graphics. I hope you heard about this subject earlier also, maybe through your colleagues or maybe seniors or your brothers, sisters, maybe father, mother, those who have done the engineering. And this is one of the basic subject, one very strong statements given by the pupil that will be that this is one of the most important subject because this is the basic about engineers. You can call that engineering graphics is the basic language of an engineer. That is the statement. So this is the basic language, as in earlier stages when we start our schooling, A, B, C, D will be the basic part, A, E will be the basic part. Same way in engineering, the basic language of an engineer will be engineering graphics. Before engineering graphics, I want to talk with you about drawing. The drawing will be very simple word for all of us. Even if I talk with a very small baby, then he or she will say that I love drawing. And I hope that many of you will give the same statement that your drawing is very good or you can very good in drawing. So drawing will be one of the basic starting subject which a child starts reading in the school days, even at the level of KG and first in the primary school level. And sometimes what they will do, they will draw some sketches and also color those drawings. So if I want to define drawing, then the simple definition for drawing will be, drawing can be defined as the representation of any object with the help of systematic lines. I am using this word systematic lines. That is one of the very important word. What I will say that drawing is a representation of any object on a plane of paper, on a sheet, on a screen, with the help of systematic lines. So drawing can be defined as representation of any object on a plane of paper, on a sheet, on a screen, or maybe on this board with the help of systematic lines. I am giving stress on this systematic lines because systematic lines, so if you draw some drawing, then I can understand. If I can draw, then you can understand. Otherwise, when a child will also draw some lines on a wall or on a floor with the help of a colored chalk or maybe a sketch pen, that is according to him or her, that will be a drawing. But maybe we cannot understand that particularly. So this systematic lines word will be important. As you know that whenever we talk about drawing in the school level, when you start studying geometry, then in geometry you can draw geometrical figures. Then if you want to draw a square, then you know that for a square there will be a certain type of lines required. There are 4 lines and all the 4 lines will be making 90 degree angle with each other. The length of all the sides will be same, angles will be same. So that figure is square. If you draw that is square, if you cannot mention that is a square, I can see the figure and I can judge that will be a square. So that is the advantage of using systematic lines. And it is rightly said that, as I have defined that, and if you go about the drawing, then drawing maybe that is the one of the oldest language a human can know. If you remember in the earlier days, even during the Ashoka period, that language cannot be studied by the pupil. But those drawings from the earlier ancient pupils during the cave ages, that we can still, from those drawings we can understand how the human will be at that time, how are the animals at that period, which type of weapons they are using, what are the agriculture they are producing at that time. So if I go in that way, then drawing is the one of the ancient language which is still readable. Otherwise, many languages are there which are now obsolete. Actually, we cannot understand what they have written. So if I go for a written language, I can say the oldest language, written language for the communication of human will be drawing. So that is the importance of drawing. Also, you know that whenever some idea will come in our mind, the easiest way to express that idea is with the help of drawing. And drawing again can be classified. There are two types of drawings are there. One will be known as engineering drawing, that is our subject in engineering. So that is engineering drawing. And another classification will be artistic drawing. Normally when we talk about drawing word, people will think that if I am saying how are you in drawing, what do you think about drawing, the people will say that drawing means artistic drawing, the artist that they can draw with the help of freehand. But there are two types of drawings are there. One will be engineering drawing and the second will be artistic drawing. Sketching will be one of the primary way to express our ideas. If I have some idea about I want to develop some machine, I want to build a new building, a new structure, then some thoughts are in my mind. So in the initial level, what I can do freehand sketching. So this artistic drawing will be one of the way to express our idea with the help of freehand. So at the initial level, maybe in engineering also we can draw freehand sketching, but later on we can finalize and fix that with the help of instruments, with the help of dimensions, and that drawing will be known as engineering drawing. So what is the basic difference between these two drawings will be artistic drawing will be a freehand drawing, and this is drawing will be drawn with the help of instruments. And measurements, or you can say with the help of dimensions. So engineering drawing, we are going to use the simple tools, those you have also used in the geometry. First, when you got the geometry box, there are number of instruments in that geometry box. Later on we will also discuss about that. So there are two types of drawings. One will be engineering drawing, second will be artistic drawing, that is also known as freehand drawing. And this drawing is also, this subject is also the same, that is instead of drawing what word we have used, that will be graphics. So you can also call that graphics. So that is engineering graphics. So this is our subject in this semester. The code for this subject in RGPV will be BT105, that is the subject code of this subject. And when we talk about engineering graphics, as an engineer, if I talk as an engineer, as the engineer will be a creator, so whatever the idea comes in your mind, you can bring that into the reality with the help of drawing or sketching. Whatever the imagination you are as a, you can say as a creator, or what are the specialty you are thinking, some new thing you want to design or drawing. So in engineering and as in designing also, in both the graphics, or you can say engineering drawing or engineering graphics, is one of the very important subject, and this is one of the very important aspect about expressing our ideas and bringing them into the reality. So in engineering graphics also we can, if we want to classify that, the first type of drawing will be that is known as geometrical drawing. And this geometrical drawing word will be, I think you remember, that will be related to geometry. So geometrical drawing. Then another type of drawing, maybe you are from mechanical side, so that is mechanical engineering drawing. Then you can also say civil engineering drawing. Then also electrical and electronics engineering drawing. So mechanical people will make drawings of the machine parts and its components. Civil people will draw drawings about the structures, buildings, bridges, dams. Electrical people will make drawings of the different distribution of electrical network, electrical equipments. Same way electronic people will draw drawings of different electronic component, PCBs, ICs, very small tiny components. In that case we will enlarge the size of the object and draw. So in the drawing also we can use the instruments and you can use the dimensions also, and if required you can enlarge the size of the object or you can reduce of the size of the object. As civil engineers cannot draw any drawing on the actual size, so they will draw reduced size drawing, but maybe electronic people will enlarge also. Same for the mechanical people, they can draw on the actual size, reducing as well as enlarging drawing. So this will be the latter. In the senior semester, you are, as per your subject, you are going to study about mechanical drawing, civil engineering drawing, or electrical and electronics drawing. Right now in our this chapter we are going to discuss about geometrical drawing. Also, if you say that in the case of computer science also, if you remember that in earlier duration when the DOS based computer and the DOS based systems are applicable, it is really difficult for a normal person to understand how to use the commands, how to use the different applications. But now all the applications, all the commands have some particular icons, and that is the drawing of that icon. Na? So that figure will be directly, we can see that icon and we can understand that this will be for this application. So that small figure will give directly an idea. So there will be a gear type signal in the mobile or computer, you can easily know that that will be command for the setting. So in the digital world also, this drawing, you can say it is more powerful, and universal language drawing will be more powerful and universal language in the field of IT and computer also. All those window based systems, through one single icon you can understand what is the command. So that is the power of a simple drawing, simple notation, simple you can say app notation. So right now I am going to discuss you about this geometrical drawing. Actually this is our subject, this graphics, engineering graphics, as we are in the first year. So this subject will be common to all the branches, CS, IT, mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, AI/ML, cyber security, data science. All the branches in our institute, in the university, all will study this subject. Sometimes people will say that why I am studying this subject, I am not from mechanical, I am not from civil. People will, sometimes a student have said this predefined mindset that this subject will be important for mechanical or civil people. That is not true. As I already explained you, drawing will be a bigger thing, and this will be universal language for all the engineers. If you want to express anything, any idea, the best way, or the, you can say, initial way to express that idea with the help of drawing. So in geometrical drawing, what is the what we are going to do? We are going to draw drawings of simple geometrical objects what you have studied in school level also, है ना. Those same things, many objects. Whenever we talk about geometry, the first reaction from the student side will become that geometry. In geometry, what we will do, we will draw different plane figures like triangle, square, rectangle, like that. And maybe sometimes they will also talk about different type of solids which they remember, that may be cube or you can say cuboid. So these type of geometrical figures. So in our subject engineering graphics, we are going to draw these different type of figures. As I already discussed with you that engineering graphics is the drawing drawn with the help of instruments. So basically we require few basic instruments apart from your geometry box instruments which you have already used in the school level. So I am going to give you a brief idea about few of the instruments we require for this subject. The first one will be for drawing, that will be you can say sketchbook. So we need a sketchbook, and that will be A3 size sketchbook. Then second, we need one unruled notebook. That is again important. We are going to draw all the drawings on unruled paper, not in the paper ruled papers, because in ruled paper what will happen, that you will use those ruler lines for drawing straight lines. Instead of that, what I want, we can draw in a unruled notebook, or you can say sketchbook. The third will be a roller scale. This is a type of scale which is used to draw parallel lines. This will be also available in different sizes. Better you can go for 6 inches scale. 6 inches scale. Then another scale that you have seen in the market, that will be a ruler scale. This time you can go for a 12-inch scale. Then fifth, that will be compass, that is used to draw arcs or circles. So better go for a large bow compass. Then there will be one instrument that is known as divider. This time go for a small bow divider. That will be, don't purchase a complete compass box. Maybe many of instruments in that compass box, engineering box, that are not useful for us. So I am giving you specifically these instruments you have to purchase. Then the seventh will be very well known instrument to you, that will be a protector. So go for a protector. Go for one very good brand, that is Omega brand. Then one instrument that we will use, that is known as French curves. This is used to draw different curves, match different curve. Then pencils. Pencils are most important part. One particular brand we are interested, that will be Kohinoor brand pencils. And in this also we require 3 grade pencils. One will be HB, then second will be H, and third will be 2H. Different grades for different type of lines we are going to draw in the engineering. Then 10th will be good quality eraser. 11th will be a sharpener. So in the classroom normally I require these few drawing instruments from you, and I hope you have little idea about this subject. And as I already told you, we are going to study geometrical drawing, that is part of engineering graphics. Further in the next lecture, I will elaborate about the subject, what is the syllabi of the subject. I hope you understand the concept and be ready for this new very interesting subject of your coming semester. Thank you very much.